Hello everyone, welcome to today's session. I am Subhalakshmi Raut from Ambika Prasad Research Foundation India, and today we will learn about lapwings of India. India is a home to 7 species of lapwings. They are members of Charaedidae family. They are ground-dwelling birds and mainly feed on insects and earthworms and keep the insect population in check. At a glance at the conservation status, it, we, it reveals that while some species are found in stable population and others are near threatened or endangered. Lapwings depend on two major habitats, grasslands and wetlands, both of which are under stress due to various anthropogenic activities. Being ground nesting in nature, um, their nests and eggs are often in danger and hampered or destroyed. Now, why lapwings are called lapwings? The word lapwing was derived from an Old English term meaning leap with a flicker in it, because the dense winter flocks appear to flicker between white and black when the birds flap their wings due to their slow and irregular wing beats in flight. Now, we will learn about the lapwing diversity in India. There are 6 or 7 types of lapwings in India: yellow-wattled lapwing, red-wattled lapwing, river lapwing, grey-headed lapwing, northern lapwing, white-tailed lapwing, and sociable lapwing. In this picture, there are 3 eggs of yellow-wattled lapwing on ground. First, we will learn about yellow-wattled lapwing. It is Vanillus mulbericus. It is widely distributed across India and endemic to the subcontinent. They can be easily identified by its distinct yellow legs and yellow facial disc and white belly. In breeding male, a black head cap is observed. They are found in open fields and dry areas away from water sources like fallow fields, stony ground, and open dry country. Their feeding habitats mostly include insects, and they also sometimes feed on cereals, grains, and they normally catch their prey from the surface of the ground and from low vegetative cover. The breeding season is from March to May. The nests are normally found in open, sparsely vegetated ground in near some water bodies. The nest is a slight depression on the ground, and the clutch size is of 3 to 4 eggs. The eggs of yellow-wattled lapwing are soil brown with black and creamy blotches. The IUCN status is least concern. Next one is red-wattled lapwing, Vanillus indicus. They are they have red mark around their eyes and a red bill, black, white and brown colored body with yellow legs. Commonly seen near water bodies and in grassland and agricultural fields. Their feeding habits mostly include insects. They also feed on seeds and forage on the ground. Due to their strong legs and beak, they scratch the ground to bring out the prey hiding inside the ground. The breeding season is from March to September, and the nesting sites are seen close to water. The nest is a shallow scrape which may be bare or lined with some stones. They lay 4 eggs, and the eggs are pear-shaped, colored pale olive green or buff with blackish brown spots and markings. And the IUCN status is least concern. And the red-wattled lapwings are increasingly facing threats of urbanization and habitat destruction. Next one is river lapwing. They uh, they are identified by their black, white, and buff colored appearance. They have distinct black crest which is raised when the bird is displaying during breeding season. They prefer wetlands and slow-moving rivers as habitats. Their feeding habits mostly include insects as primary food, and they also feed on some crustaceans, mollusks, and small fishes. The breeding season is from March to June. The nesting habitat is shingle and sandbanks and riverbeds. They lay 2 eggs on ground scrape, and the males show elaborate breeding displays in groups by stooping, spinning, stretching, and crest raising. The ISIN status is near threatened. It is Vanellus duversali. Next one is grey-headed lapwing, Vanellus cinereus. They show a dull brown color along with a grey head and distinct yellow bill that ends with a black tip. They have reddish-brown irises with yellow ring around the eye. They are found in wetlands, flooded grasslands, agricultural areas, and marshy regions. Mostly invertebrates are the feeding habits of grey-headed lapwing. They also feed on small invertebrates under the ground and in shallow muddy waters. The breeding season is from March to August. The nesting site um, is wet habitats like paddy fields, fallow lands, and dry riverbeds. The nest is a shallow depression on the land, lined with stem and blades of grasses collected from the surrounding areas. The typical clutch size is 4, and the eggs are pale green or brown in color with dark speckles all over. The IUCN status is least concern. The wetland degradation is a major concern for the species population. Next one is northern lapwing. They are identified by their overall black and white plumage. Male and female can be distinguished by their long black crest, which is shorter in females. The breeding male exhibit green and purple colors and a distinct black band on the breast. They prefer grasslands, shrublands, and marshes and riverbanks. The feeding habits mostly include small invertebrates, and sometimes they feed on seeds and other plant products. The breeding season is from April to July. The nesting site is normally natural grasslands with short, well-grazed vegetation, damp areas with shallow pools, and the nest is a shallow ground scrape, and the typical clutch contains 3 to 4 buff-colored, heavily mottled eggs. The IUCN status is near threatened. Next one is white-tailed lapwing, Vanellus leucurus. The They exhibit dull gray-brown color with bright yellow legs. In flight, the black wing tips and the white and gray plumage colors give the bird a distinct trichromatic appearance. They are water-loving birds and found near lakes, rivers, streams, and heavily vegetated wetland areas. So, wetland degradation is known to impact the population of this species. Major feeding habits include insects like caterpillars, their larvae, insect larvae, beetles, grasshoppers, spiders, worms, mollusks, crustaceans, and other insects. They also feed on seeds, grains, leaves, and flowers. The breeding season is from April to May. The nesting site is located on damp, vegetated areas near water and dry ridges. The nest is a shallow scrape on the ground, and the clutch contains 3 to 4 eggs. The IUCN status shows least concern. Sociable lapwing, Vanellus gregarious. They have brownish gray color body with black brown crown. They prefer temperate areas and dry grasslands as their habitat. Habitat modification, destruction in nests due to agricultural activities during their wintering and breeding season, and hunting along the primary routes are major threats to the population of this species. The feeding habit mostly include insects. The breeding season is from April to July. The nesting site is located near the water, on bare saline plains or on short vegetation. The nest is a scrape, which may be bare or lined with twigs, grass and pebbles. The clutch size of this lapwing contains 3 to 4 pale buff ovoid eggs with dark olive brown mottling. The IUCN status shows critically endangered. From learning about the lapwings, we came to know that their preferred habitat, that is grassland and wetland, uh, is is on major threat due to agricultural and other anthropogenic activities. And to conserve these birds, we have to take some conservation measures to protect the wetlands and grasslands, to protect these species as well as their egg survival. Thank you.